It's been a long ride in the greyhound industry for Wayne Billett, and for more than 40 years, he's been one of its most loyal servants. He kicked off his career as a 15-year-old, working in the kennels at his beloved Dapto Greyhound track. He's since risen through the ranks to his current role as Deputy CEO of Greyhound Racing New South Wales. And during that time, he's seen the sport rise from the depths of despair to the buoyant position it holds today.
I reckon I could write a couple of books, Mark, with the experiences I've had over the last 40 odd years. And it's been a roller coaster for industry and obviously for those in it. But you know, we're at such a great position now, and the industry should be really proud of that, because at the end of the day, it was up to them to make those changes and do the things we need to do, and they've done that hand over foot. And then getting the rewards for that now, you know, new investment in complexes, the prize money is good, the support programs for our participants for welfare has never been better. So really, it's been a real collective effort to get to where we are today.
The Billett family bleed the blue and gold of Dapto, and their allegiance to the showground and the Greyhound track now spans 4 generations. What's more, nearly every one of the family has started races at the iconic venue.
Obviously, Dad was the starter prior to I was, and he handed over the baton to me in the early 90s. So then I'd done it, and after me followed my younger brother Lionel, and Lionel was the starter there for many years as well, even when I was the manager at Dapto. And when Lionel gave it away, we had one of our mates do it for a while, but also both my sons, my eldest son Brody, he done it for some time, and then my middle son Cameron, he was also a starter. So, you know, a couple of generations, been 5 of us along the way, which is probably a bit of a record somewhere along the line.
The next generation of the Billett family is already entrenched in the industry. Wayne's younger son James has inherited the bug and aspires to add to that family starting record.
Well, I just got my juniors attendant to work on the track, so then when I can get my starters one, I'll hopefully get approved for that and start as well.
The recent acquisition of a prime parcel of land at Dapto by Greyhound Racing New South Wales and the announcement that a Centre of Excellence racing complex would be built has been met with widespread approval. Wayne Billett says it now enables the industry to control its own destiny.
Yes, and that's really important, Mark. I think that, you know, we've all seen what's happened in the past, you know, the Moss Vales and these sorts of places, and, you know, where industry hasn't been the number one sole focus from that site. So sometimes we get second best, third best, or fourth best on the list. Depends where you sit in that precinct. So really important that we're looking after ourselves.
Planning for the new track and its state-of-the-art amenities is well underway, and a preliminary timeline has been put in place.
Yeah, so we see that basically it's a 12-month planning process to go through. So we're hoping by the end of this year that we've sort of got a DA approved through council. Then we've allowed ourselves 12 months for a building program. So we hopefully by the end of 2024, early 2025, that we're operational.
Is there a better spot in Dapto for a new Greyhound track?
Absolutely not, Mark. You know, it's taken us some time to be able to identify this as the right spot. A fair bit of work planning, and that's been happening in the background over the last 12 months or so. And we think this is perfect for what we're looking to do.
All right, so basically we're looking at amenities down here, maybe a straight track here, but the circle track just around here?
Yeah, correct. Correct, exactly right. That's sort of the concept plan as it is. Obviously, we've got to go through a DA process with council, but that's sort of the nuts and bolts of it.
All right, now I have heard people say, oh, this area floods. What do you do to arrest that flooding situation?
So part of the site has some flood impact, Mark, but more to the eastern side here. And in all our preliminary work that we've done a whole lot of work around flood mitigation, etc. And we're confident that where we've got our footprint of our main stadium and that will be flood free.
The community, I imagine, would embrace it. Being so close, you've got Cricket Oval just on the other side, you've got a main street here,
Yep.
So traffic conditions will be changed here for trainers and participants to be able to access the site.
Yeah, it is. You know, this is the roadway into the hub of West, what I call West Dapto. It's got about 10 suburbs out there now. But you're right, Reed Park across the road, cricket, rugby league, sporting precinct, tennis, etc. So yeah, it is. It's a main thoroughfare, which is great for us.
The new home of Dapto dogs. I've got to tell you, It looks great, mate. It
is.
looks to be the perfect spot.
It is. It's idyllic, and you know what? It's close to community but far away enough from community. And I think for us, really important too is it will be community asset as well. As we've said before, we use about 30% of the site. The other 70% is something that we want to do with community, which we will go through engagement process. I can tell you since the announcement, the amount of people that have reached out to me individually and others in our organisation saying, can we improve this? Can we have this for the community? Can do all that? Yes, that's what we're looking to do. It's not just about us. We really want to involve that because at the end of the day, we've got that land and Dapto is such a huge, you know, it's probably one of the biggest growing regions in the state. And you know, facilities and that are tight, hence why we want to work with Wollongong Council and that with that. So we see this as something that's an opportunity. Yeah, is it great for Dapto and the dogs and the greyhounds? Absolutely it is, but it's also something that we can do for the community as well.
They say a week is a long time in racing and nothing is ever guaranteed. But Wayne Billett is a proud Dapto boy, and the proposed new complex is something he's dreamt of for years.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty emotional, Mark, to be honest. They say some things aren't forever, and I get that. But it'll be a new beginning for the industry in Dapto in the South Coast area, and that in itself is exciting.
Maybe I'll get someone to frame a market as to what price W. Billett would be to be the first general manager of Dapto.
Yeah, well, you can do that. I'm not really, as you know, I'm probably not really a punting man.
No, you're not.
And that's because of because I haven't been able to be fair. But yeah, anyway, it'll be interesting odds.
Yeah, I think it's probably about $1.04 at the moment.
Could be. Not as good as bank interest at the moment.